Good Friday morning. This is the Great Basin Fire Potential Briefing for Friday, September 4th. Fire potential impacts today, as was advertised yesterday, increasing southwest winds, anywhere from 20 to 35 miles per hour. Gusts could be approaching 50 miles per hour in some of the more channeled south to north areas. This will combine with relative humidity in that 10 to 20% range. So any ignitions that do occur today in this shaded area has the potential for some significant growth. Looking at precipitation past 24 hours, we had a significant amount across central Idaho associated with that approaching low pressure system, even some wet snow mixed in above 7,000 feet. Further to the south across northwest Utah, associated with some lightning that popped up late yesterday through here. Here's our Great Basin fire activity the past 24 hours. We had some large fire growth up here in our northern areas that was continuing from some of our established fires, but otherwise initial activity was fairly light across the area with the exception of right here across the Idaho-Utah border. We did have about 300 plus acres that popped up in that band of lightning from late yesterday. Looking at our water vapor satellite imagery, there's that deep low pressure system pushing in from the Pacific Northwest. We also have Tropical Storm Kevin in the south there with its plume pushing up through Baja and into New Mexico and Arizona. High pressure that was over us much of last week has now shifted well off to our south and east. So it's this developing low in this tight gradient with these yellow lines you see through here, which will be increasing our southwest winds and hence our concern across Nevada and parts of Utah for today. But further to the north is going to be the cooler temperatures and the showers. So our significant fire potential for today, we do have high risk for some of those areas which will have a favorable combination of wind, low humidity, and receptive fuel. So here across western Utah and parts of adjacent Nevada, and also up towards along the east side of the Sierra for today. Weather for today, for wind gusts, you can see these highlighted areas here, gusts of over 40 miles per hour across parts of Nevada and into Utah. Weather impacts through here, blowing dust will be one of the issues. To the north, we do expect to see showers starting to pick up later this afternoon, especially in these darker green areas. The rain could get steadier, and we'll have to watch for the potential snow mixing in later tonight into Saturday. Looking at Saturday's weather pattern, there's that trough of low pressure now swinging right across Idaho, taking on what we kind of call a negative tilt, where it starts turning this way. That usually adds energy to the atmosphere. Still some drier air being pulled in on the southern periphery of this low. And then looking at our significant fire potential, you can see with that precipitation, much of Idaho goes into the green, moderately dry across Nevada and parts of western Utah. For Saturday, we see the wind still there starting to diminish, confined mostly to Utah through here, but this will come with cooler temperatures and higher humidity. Looking at our weather pattern, you see some speckles of blue here mixed in with the green. This is not only steady rain, but steady snow above about 6,000 feet, so this could have some impacts on some of our large incidents with any heavy equipment still located in some of the higher terrain through here, but this will definitely have a lessening impact on any fire potential, not only for this weekend, but for many, many days beyond. For Sunday, that low finally lifts out here on the left. We do have a little trough still moving in out of the Pacific Northwest, which could reinforce the cloudy, cool conditions later Sunday. No significant fire potential impacts on our right-hand side. Weather showers move a little bit further to the north, and winds overall nothing really significant. On Monday, still a general trough of low pressure. We start gradually drying out, but definitely not a significant warming. Fire potential remains low, especially in areas that had precipitation. And then on Tuesday, we get into what we call kind of a zonal flow. We're neither under high pressure or low pressure, so gradually getting back to near normal conditions. As we go into Wednesday, we do see high pressure starting to build along the Pacific coast. We will be gradually warming up, but again, only to near normal early September conditions. Nothing that brings our significant fire potential out of its current levels. Current fuel conditions, they've definitely moderated through here, a lot more downtrend and green in these areas through here, but some more areas of concern. You can see that ERCs have popped up above normal and starting to approach the 80th percentile in some of these areas that we do have concern for today. Taking a look down the longer range in the 8 to 14-day outlook, you can see getting significantly warmer and drier across the west, but the warmth will be confined mostly to the California, Pacific Northwest area, perhaps parts of Nevada. Much cooler across our eastern areas, so for the most part, we'll be near normal, but not looking at much in the way of significant precipitation during this time. This concludes our briefing. Have a safe day.